If you guys been following along on the page, I went through all the brand new midsize trucks and see what they're priced at and see what you guys were paying per month. Now, I don't want to pay 36 at a minimum, actually $40,000 at a minimum for a midsize truck, so I'm looking for used. I like working on my own stuff. I don't like all this digital stuff. I want all mechanical stuff as best as I can because I actually work on my own stuff. Everybody else kind of just takes it and pays the price. I don't do that. I'm looking at Nissan Frontier. Now, mind you guys, I'm in Michigan, so I would obviously have to ship this thing's out in Portland, Oregon. I'm looking for a manual, I'm looking for a crew cab, and I'm looking for four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive is a must here in Michigan. So this is a 2011 Nissan Frontier. It's a crew cab, it's got a manual, and it's four-wheel drive. Here's all the specs the guy lists if you guys are interested. So we get to talking, I figure out shipping and all that stuff, what they charge for that. I get all some little answers for him, and then here I go. I'm asking on the price because Kelley Blue Book says these things are worth $95,000 to $10,000. So I said, okay, is there any way you could work on your price? Kelley Blue Book is saying that it's worth $95,000 to $10,000, which I don't know if that's what they're actually worth, just because that's not what they're going for. Everything is like $14,000 to $15,000 and even more from that. So in all honesty, I don't know what they're actually going for, but in my mind, I would think that this truck being a manual, no one really likes a manual, and I mean, there's only a handful of people that want them, but in my eyes, this thing should be going cheaper than what everything else is going for because it's a manual and nobody wants them. But two, it's still a decent vehicle. It's a Pro 4X, so it's a higher model, but also it's a manual. No one really wants those. So he comes back and says, I definitely can't move on this price, boss. I'm about 3 to 4K under market, which if he's a dealer, he's definitely not under market. These are going for anywhere to $15,000 to $18,000 depending on the body and condition. And I can tell you right now that these things aren't going for $15,000 to $18,000. The max I've seen them is $14,000. Kelley Blue Book is saying they're actually going for $10,000, even under. $10,000 is high. It's pretty much like anywhere from $8,500 to $9,500. And guys, I kid you not, this is the perfect example. I literally go back on a Facebook Marketplace in the Portland, Oregon area, and I start looking at listings for it. And here we go. The next year up, 2012, it's still a Pro 4X. It's got a manual. It's still about the same mileage, and it was listed for $18,000, and that was 2 months ago. And it's still sitting here, and he's down to 12. I don't know if that tells you guys something, but obviously, he's not in the same market, and he's not going to be in the right market. This is as a private owner, but even still, a dealer, I understand you got to make their money, but there's no way these things are worth $14,000. Showed you more picture of this, but I'm kind of running out of time, and I can tell you right now that when he says body condition on the tailgate, there's a huge dented scratch, and I don't actually see anything else because I'm not there, but this is the risk you guys take when you're buying out of state and you have it shipped. You don't know what you're buying. If I can just say one thing, I just want you guys to stop paying these expensive prices for all these used cars. Sure, I understand that the new car market is extremely high, and I get that, and that's why everybody's moving to the used car market, but stop paying all these prices for the used cars. They're not worth what you guys are paying, especially at the dealership.